Hey, you guys, it's Jennifer. Welcome back to the channel. You're not going to see me today. I'm literally laying in bed with my laptop and my microphone, and I want to go over some stuff with you. My voice is a little scratchy. I do apologize. We've been outside at the Christmas markets for the past 2 weekends, and I've literally had a sore throat for a week, but I haven't gotten sick, which is strange. But anywho, so sorry if my voice sounds a little froggy, but I had to jump on, you guys. I had to make a video and talk to you because we need to talk about Harry and Meghan's latest holiday card. They have a family photo that she posted on her Meghan Instagram account. And then, literally, as I'm sitting here looking at what I'm going to talk to you guys about, she releases a post on Instagram on her as ever. And she's pushing the whole hospitality bit to us again. I wanted to watch this one with you first because this one actually really got me going. It got me really feisty. I've watched it once and I want to show it to you guys and let's discuss, okay? Let's just watch this.
I love when a guest comes, they walk into the room, what do you welcome them with? A beautiful gift basket at the foot of the bed, have slippers out, have a candle lit, all the cozy comforts that really show that you want them to have a wonderful time.
Okay. I've slowed it down to 50% speed. This was very, very short, incredibly short. And the sound effects on it are really amplified. She wants you to hear her putting everything in that basket. And I just noticed right off the bat, she looks very disheveled, very disheveled. The hair's all weird and out of place. It looks like I don't know what's going on. She doesn't really have a face on. Her hair looks messy. Um, and it's very, very short. And it's showing her putting up a guest room. Okay. The first thing I think of when I see this is you're talking to us about making your home a special and hospitable place for a guest. And the first thing I thought was, why don't you invite your ailing father in to your home as a permanent guest, Meghan? You know, she could hire someone to be with her dad full time in her house if she really wanted to. And you know that if she extended that invitation, he would jump at the chance. So that's the very first thing I thought. Just how unbelievably out of touch and selfish can you be? There's nothing that is Christmassy about this. I mean, she's obviously peddling her wares, her jams and stuff, and her teas and her honey and all that, and putting it together in a gift box for somebody, calling it thoughtful gifting. But are you serious? I don't know. It's so infuriating. And I don't know why she always looks so disheveled. And I think she's doing it on purpose. She's really, really doing it on purpose to show that hair's out of place. You know, she's got the real no makeup look still going on. Like that has been her thing pretty much since Paris. This no makeup. I'm just so effortlessly beautiful and I don't need to look like I'm wearing anything at all. And this is just her trying to show us that she's this boho SoCal Mother Earth who's so warm and inviting. And again, everything's beige, and she's showing us her candles and her honey. And that is all I thought of. I thought of her dad. Her dad, I don't know if he's still in a hospital room. He probably is. I have no idea how long someone has to stay in the hospital after they've had a limb amputated, but I would suppose it would be quite a long time. I mean, just the physical rehabilitation and everything you have to go through. I mean, and she's peddling her candles and her honey and telling us that she knows how to make a guest in her home feel welcome. Just how unbelievably horrible and in terrible taste, just terrible taste. Tell me what you guys think about that, but I was really struck by how awful that was. Okay, so now I've got the latest Christmas card pulled up. Uh this has got to be from when they were in BC for the Invictus Games this last February. That's what I'm assuming this picture is from. If I'm wrong, I'll say something in editing, but Just how unbelievably boring is this? I don't understand why they think that these pictures are the types of pictures that people want to see on a Christmas card. I mean, first of all, you're both wearing beanies and you both have sunglasses on. We can't see your eyes. We can't see the expression on your face, really, if you've got half of your face shielded from us. I mean, sunglasses, how rude and impersonal can you get? I don't understand. These these pictures they use seem so like a crazy afterthought. It's like she's fumbling and bumbling on Shutterfly, trying to figure out what to throw out to us last minute. It's just, oh, good Lord, help us. But what I want to do is I want to just go through all of their Christmas cards since 2018. So I pulled up the black and white photo that they put out for their 2018 holiday card, and it shows them with their backs to us watching fireworks at their wedding reception. And I can't help but think to myself, this is setting the tone. This is setting the tone for exactly the way that this couple is going to treat us, the American public, the British public, the world at large. It's their backs to us. They are running the show, and we're just so blessed to be along for the ride with them. So, this to me also is impersonal and somewhat disrespectful. I mean, this is from a wedding reception. So celebrating their marriage. And okay, if you're going to do a 2018 card, why didn't they put something from their engagement photo shoot? At least that would have been their faces. We could have seen them. But to put this on a holiday card, just their backs to us, I don't know. I just thought that was weird. I thought that was impersonal. Fine. They think it's artsy fartsy, black and white. They're so cool, whatever. I just thought it was pretty boring. And then now we come to 2019, and this is them sitting in front of a Christmas tree with Archie looking at us. Now, I'm not going to say anything about the kid. I'm not going to critique a kid, but I do think that it is kind of a weird photo. I remember when it came out, everyone said that they thought it looked kind of weird and altered and doctored. I don't necessarily think it's weird and altered and doctored. Personally, I think it is the most normal Christmas card that they have ever put out. At least they're looking at us face on. At least we can actually see the baby. We can see both of them. It looks like a normal family. So, okay, gotta give them that. Then we go to 2020. Now, 2020 was a little odd. Oh, I forgot to mention, at least with 2019 and 2020, they say on the card, as you see, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. But this was 2020 and it had that, I don't even know what this effect is called. It's a picture, but then it looks like it's colored or drawn on to give kind of like an animation effect. If anybody knows what this filter is or what this effect is, let me know in the comments down below. But this, in my opinion, was when all the cards started to get either weird or impersonal. And when I say weird, it's like it's from, in my opinion, way too far away. None of them are looking at the camera. It's like you're getting kind of like a slice of life, intimate family moment. You can tell that they're trying to tell a story, and the story is that this is 2020, brand new life in America. They're finally away from the clutches of the evil, rotten, racist royal family. So they think they're being cutesy. And yes, it is a cute photo, but it's a cute photo for a family album, like a personal family album or a picture on your phone or something. But I don't know. Okay, and then we go into 2021. Now, remember, all the cards that we've talked about thus far, the one from 2018 where they're watching the fireworks with their backs towards us, we're led into this intimate moment. So we're with them, but we're not really with them. And then the photo with Archie staring full on at the camera when they're in front of the Christmas tree. And the 2021 where they're outside that little play cottage. Now we come to 2021. So up until this Christmas card is the first one that's released after they did that explosive Oprah Winfrey interview. So they've already badmouthed their family in the press and in the public domain. They've already branded the British royal family as racist. So come to this card, they're just this picture of this family unit, just the four of them against the world. And I remember when this particular card was released, there was a lot of people commenting they thought that Archie looked a lot smaller than what he, I guess, should have been at that time. Because people were saying, he's almost 4 years old and he looks a little small. And I remember people talking about Harry having way more hair than he really did in real life. People were talking about things look photoshopped and weird in regards to Meghan's fingers. They looked really long, all this kind of stuff. And everything just kind of looked weird and superimposed. I'm not going to get too into the kids. Because I don't know. I just remember looking at this picture thinking, again, another weird slice of life picture. Yes, it's a cute one. I will give it that. But again, no one's ever looking straight on at the camera. It's almost as if they can't stomach looking at us straight on in the face and in the eyes. Maybe it's because those two have something to hide. Who knows? But this was the first card that we got after they trash talked and bad mouthed their families in the Oprah Winfrey interview. Okay. And also, this is the first time that they make the transition from saying Merry Christmas to Happy Holidays. Now, because this came after the Oprah interview, do you think that this was deliberate? Because remember, uh, Her Majesty at the time, and now King Charles, they are technically defender of the faith of the Church of England in the United Kingdom. So they're a Christian nation, okay? And the royal family always says Happy Christmas. But they're going to break away now and they're going to make that corporate-y type of happy holidays greeting as to not offend, okay? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. And then now we come to 2022. Now, I've noticed from 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021, it was more family and it was more just showing them. But now we get into what I like to call the business card era that Harry and Meghan have been in since 2022. And this is where they talk about wishing you a joyful holiday season from our family to yours. And on behalf of our teams at the Archwell Foundation, Archwell Audio, and Archwell Productions, we wish you health, peace, and a very happy new year. Best wishes. And then they sign it. Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Now, this to me is just like a work Christmas card. This one's like all biz. Has nothing to do with family. It has everything to do with them promoting their endeavors at the time in 2022, talking about their foundation. And if you'll notice on this Christmas card from 2022, they're talking about Archwell Audio and Archwell Productions because by that time it was crazy publicized already that they were in works with Spotify and Netflix, hence the mention of Archwell Audio because that was the year that we all got a taste of her fantastic podcast. Am I right? And we had all in 2022 at that time already been subjected to Meghan's Archetypes podcast. So that's why they're referencing this audio. Mind you, we don't hear about Archwell Audio anymore, do we? No, we don't. But back then, it was what they wanted to shove in our faces because that was what they were pushing. And this black and white still that they put on the 2022 card was from when they accepted the Robert F. Kennedy Ripple of Hope Award. Remember, that was in December 2022. And it was supposed to be for their work on racial justice, mental health, and other social impact initiatives. So it's quite hysterical when 2 years after the Oprah Winfrey interview, when Meghan and Harry effectively called his family a bunch of horrible racists. And then in that Tom Bradby interview 2 years later, Harry backtracks and says, oh, Meghan didn't call the family racist. The British press did that. Well, really, because you're accepting an award for fighting, institutional and systematic racism, but yet you're going to say that you didn't call them racist. It's just so unbelievable. Just a bunch of garbage. Okay, so that's 2022. And then we go on to 2023. Again, another card where it's all about business. It's all about biz. And this one is even more corporate and even more dry and just mealy mouth sounding. These holiday cards that these companies and corporations put out, they're just so mealy mouth, boring. I mean, people get these and they go right in the trash. I mean, seriously. On behalf of the office of Prince Harry and Meghan, and then they say Archewell Productions and Archewell Foundation. But if you'll notice, by this time, December 23, this card, they're not talking about Archewell Audio anymore, are they? But yeah, happy holiday season. Thanks for all the support in 2023. Okay, whatever. And then we go to 2024. Now, you'll notice that this card, 24, is the same type of background as 2023. By this year, Meghan and Harry are really phoning in these cards. I mean, I guess they have been using the same template on Shutterfly for the last 2 years at this point, because same background, same boring green background, and this is 24. Again, on behalf of the office of Prince Harry and Meghan. And again, same thing. They don't talk about Archewell Audio on this one. It's just Archewell Productions and Archewell Foundation. And this was a montage, a photo montage of the trips that they had taken in 2024 when they went to Nigeria and when they went to Colombia. So this was meant to really highlight their humanitarian work in 24. They really wanted to bring that image to the forefront, that they are humanitarians, they're out there, they're doing good. In my opinion, this was the last year that they received a bunch of money from USAID, and they were really going to milk it for all it was worth, because they knew that if Trump got into office, that all that money was probably going to dry up, and I think that's why they took those tours. But that's just my opinion. And then now we move on to 2025. Same boring background, green background on behalf of the office. But notice this time, instead of saying Archewell Productions and Archewell Foundation on the card, it just says Archewell. They're not talking about the productions. They're not talking about Archewell Audio anymore. They want us all to forget that they had anything to do with Spotify or Netflix. Those deals are all dead in the water. They went absolutely nowhere. Both of her podcasts were an unbelievable bomb. Everyone hated them. They thought that they were just an exercise in boring narcissism. Both so-called seasons of her With Love Meghan show on Netflix tanked. So they don't want to mention the Archewell Audio or production anymore, because they know that no one gives a rat's ass about those things anymore. And, they're done. So just boring, just really boring. The backgrounds of the last 3 years, just that green. And again, what's so great about this picture? Nothing. They're not even looking at us. It's just a boring picture. Again, I believe it was taken in British Columbia when she was there making her speech. Remember, supporting her husband at Invictus. It's like, whatever, guys. So, and then she posted a couple days ago this picture of them. Looks like they're in, I don't know. They're always trying to portray this, we're in a mystical forest or something, like a magical land. That's what I think what they're trying to do, but it just looks weird. Again, it looks very weird. The child that's supposed to be Archie, whether it is or not, I don't even know at this point. But why does that kid always look older in some pictures and younger in others? It's just really weird to me. And then again, we all know what everyone's saying about the little girl, Lily. The hair, again, the hair, the hair, the hair. We all know it never looks like that poor child's hair is brushed. From far away, if you look at that picture, it looks like the child just came from a pool or something, and the hair was air dried. You know how when you're a little kid or your little kids are in the pool and they come out and their hair just air dries? That's just what it looks like to me. It just looks weird. If you look at Harry's head really, really super close up, it looks photoshopped and weird. It looks like there's green globs of something on his head, and then the area around the leaves looks weird and photoshopped, and then where the kid Archie is hugging him. He looks like his pants are about to fall down. And I just thought when I was looking at that picture, if you're in a park with your kids, or say if you're at an amusement park and you see a mom bending down, kind of telling her kid off, like if the kid's misbehaving, that's the posture and the stance. That's what that body language looks like to me. It just looks weird. And Megan is attempting to exude warmth in the photo because she's got this huge ear to ear grin on her face, that rictus grin that she always has. So that's what she's trying to portray. But look at the little girl's body language in this picture. It's very stiff, it's very rigid. I don't know. To me, if the child were happy and engaged, when kids are happy, they raise their chins up. And you could probably at least see a smile on her face or something because the kid, you know what I mean, like the kid would have their chin up, the hair would be back, and you could at least see the side of the face with a smile. But when the child's got their head down and then the chin to the chest, usually it's because the child, or it looks like the child, is being admonished. And it doesn't look like a picture that a parent okay, how can I say this without sounding like a total butthole? But it doesn't look like they're around their kids a lot. To me, I think Megan thinks that this is how a happy family should look like, but it looks like people that aren't the parents would greet a kid, especially Megan. Like that's maybe how your favorite aunt or your mom's best friend might greet you after not seeing you for a long time. Do you see where I'm going with this? It just looks weird. And then the whole see-through dress thing that Megan's wearing, where you could see the complete outline of her bum and her legs and everything. It's called a slip, Megan. I know it's 2025, but they do make them, and you can wear them, or at least get a dress that's lined. I mean, all the thousands upon thousands of dollars in beige clothes that this woman wears, and she doesn't have any type of nice undergarments or even a half slip she can put on. And of course, everybody's commenting about how this is harkening back to that very famous photo of Diana when she was still working with preschool age children, when she was a nanny. Remember, she had that cute picture of that little baby that she was nanny to hooked on her hip. And I'm not even going to show the picture because that's what Megan wants us to do. That's what she wants us to do. She wants us to compare her to Princess Diana back in the day when she had that picture taken and you could see the outline of her legs and everything. But you know what? Diana was about, what, 18, 19 in that picture? This middle-aged heartbeat, okay? You're you're gonna be 45 this year, Megan. Is she 45 or is it next year? Anyway, when you're 45, honey bear, you're closer to 50 than 40, okay? So buy yourself a half slip, okay? They're on sale. Buy yourself a clue. They're on sale, okay? Get yourself some decent undergarments. Ugh. Anywho, then there's one more thing I want to show you guys. Literally, as I got up to got a drink, I paused my audio. She put out a video on her Instagram, this time on her Megan profile, where she is just putting weirdo sound effects of being in the kitchen, and it's all scenes from her Christmas special. So I'm going to show this to you guys. I've seen it once. Let's watch it together and then we'll talk about it. One thing I wanted to tell you really quick is at the end of this reel that she put on her Instagram, it's her rotation of Christmas songs that she has playing on repeat in her home. And I know she does this on purpose. She always puts in copyrighted music so that if people try to, like me, try to share it on their channels and different things, that will get a copyright strike. So I can't play the end part, but you'll be able to see her little holiday playlist. Okay, here we go. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Is this supposed to be her attempt at ASMR? I don't know, but they're showing Tom Colicchio's hands chopping in there. which is kind of weird because I don't know, for a second there it was jarring. I was like, what happened to Megan's hands? Why do they look so creepy? And I did a whole complete review of her Christmas special. I'll go ahead and link it at the end of this video if you haven't seen it. But it was boring, you guys. It was really, really boring. And if this is her attempt at making us feel warm and cozy and wanting to go back and watch it, she's sorely mistaken. And a lot of people really don't like ASMR. It creeps them out. It gives them the heebie-jeebies. It's just weird. I don't get it. So I was looking at all of the songs on her holiday playlist, and I think I saw only one song, the very last song from Tracy Chapman, "Oh Holy Night," that is actually a song about Christ. I mean, honestly, what else did we expect from this woman, really? But I mean, there's nothing new coming out of her at all. Everything on her Instagram is still curated, highly produced stuff and stuff that's been rehashed. We already know about her holiday special. It didn't do well. Why are you throwing out a highlight reel montage of all the worst moments from the show that no one liked or cared about? She should just buy herself a clue and just film herself normal, but not crazy, half looking weird like in her famous Billie Eilish t-shirt Instagram reel way back from February, or when she was sitting in the garden in March telling us about As Ever and all that kind of stuff. Just be normal. Just go about your normal day and talk to us normally. She doesn't know how to do that. It's either highly produced and slick like this, from her show, or if she does do something that looks spontaneous, she always looks high and manic and weird. I know. It's just it's getting so old. This is just the worst cherry on the sundae of 2025 from this woman. Everything is boring. Everything is predictable. Everything has just gotten so snorefest where this woman and her husband are concerned. And what I'm working on right now, which I hope to have around New Year's time for you guys, is the best of. I am presenting the best of all my critiques of this woman from the past year. This is going to be a big one, you guys. I'm going to try to keep this video under 2 hours if I can. I might make a part one or a part two, but basically it's just all of 2025, everything that we have been through with her. It's just insane. I'm going through videos from January, February, and March, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, holy hell. Everything she has put us through. I mean, seriously, I feel like I need reparations from this woman. I feel like I need trauma counseling, or at the very least, she needs to send me a gift card to go out to a restaurant so I can take myself out for a nice dinner and a cocktail and just try to relax after the year that this woman has put me through. I mean, seriously. But just to interject between all of this weird, rando, crazy Christmas cards that these two put out, can we just talk about this? I found this on Instagram. Look at this incredibly cool montage of all of the Christmas cards that the Prince and Princess of Wales have put out since 2018. Look at these beautiful, beautiful family photos, you guys. All of them a gorgeous family looking at the camera straight on. They're just so full of life and joyful. I absolutely love it. But isn't it great? I particularly have a soft spot in my heart for the 2024 card, the one where Catherine is got her head bent toward little Charlotte, because that was the year that she released her video about her cancer struggles and the year that she had gone through. I just love the Waleses. I just think that they are such a bright, shining star through all of this Meghan and Harry drama. The way that they just seem unaffected, they keep their head down, they do the work, they do the hard day in and day out work of representing the British monarchy. They go out, they work their charities, they work their patronages, and they're just raising a beautiful family that they're not afraid to show us who they are, show us who their children are, but still do it in a dignified, respectful manner. They're not playing cat and mouse with us. It's just so great. So I just thought this was awesome, and I just wanted to show this to you. in contrast to all of this other craziness that we see in the Sussex's Christmas cards. But isn't it great? Tell me below, down in the comments below, what is your favorite Christmas card that William and Catherine have put out since 2018. I really, really love the one from 2024, although this year's, the 2025, is a very, very strong contender as well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little walk down memory lane of the colossally boring holiday cards that Harry and Meghan like to throw out at us. Around here, we don't like boring holiday cards. We like wonderful, glorious, and happy Christmas cards. But that's all I got for you right now. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. I would so appreciate it. And I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye.